Alright, so I'm doing this in one take, first try, here we go. 240, still not fixed. Where was I last week? I was still in the field doing fun stuff. Going out to the field again this week. All we're waiting on right now is the hubs. Got the new wheels, got the injectors, got the fuel rail, got the fuel pressure regulator, radium fuel pressure regulator, radium fuel rails. Looks pretty dope. ID 1000 fuel injector, ID 1000 fuel injectors. Going to go through, see if the Walbro, the 450 that I had or the 255, or if it's the 255, fix the issue making it whine so loud. If it's the 450, it's normal. Gonna get the Nistune at one point this week. Everything's already been paid for, so now it's just waiting on the work to be done. Gotta also get the rotors re-drilled, the brake rotors, or it's possible that the brake rotors, I cannot remember for the life of me right now, but I believe that the brake rotors might already have a 4-lug and a 5-lug drill setup, but if not, it's not that big a deal. I'll take it to a machine shop, or the shop will take it to a different shop, a machine shop, and they'll just drill it in. Shouldn't be more than, I think, $50 to do all 4, although it's already been paid for, including labor, so it's not like they can charge me more. This is gonna end up being a really short video just because there's not too much going on with the car. I would show the wheels, but I want to show the car in its full form. Oh, speaking of full form, I also have the new wide body kit that includes wider front fenders. That way the 9.5-inch wide Cosmos XT006Rs, they fit better. I have new rears as well, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. It really just depends. If we can mask up all the rivets on the old over fenders. Honestly, because these over fenders that I just got are nicer, I'm probably going to end up just using the brand new over fenders and the brand new fenders. It'll throw off the color matching. It'll be black and blue car, but pretty soon going to get the car repainted as well. Going to get it show ready. After the car is done at Patterson, like, I know I'm probably going to get some crap for taking it to Patterson, but I really wanted to get a lot of things done with this car, and the fact that they're willing to do all this work for a reasonable price, just because I bought all the parts through them, it's something that I wouldn't want to just pass up for such a good price, and I know they're going to do it right. So whereas if I were to build it, it's a nice car, so if I were to build it, I would potentially put the health of the car at risk and then have to fix it and do it the right way anyway. But that's not to say that I'm not going to do any more mods for the car. It's just these mods, since they're stuff where if I do it wrong, the car could legitimately just blow up. Like just shoot a rod through the engine block. That's kind of why I went with them. The over fenders and the fenders I am doing myself. Figured out why the light fixtures, the driver's side headlight is kind of crooked. It's just slightly bent bracket on the side that's closer to the radiator. So just got to bend that back a little bit. Not sure if I'm going to use vise, not sure if I'm just going to be able to bend it back by hand, but after doing that, it'll straighten out that headlight and should be pretty decent. TJ Hunt made a video all about rep stuff. What I have to say, I just have a little bit to add about his whole argument about reps being perfectly fine for like body kits and then wheels. So I've been on both sides of that. I had Duraflex fiberglass kits for the fiberglass over fenders. I'm going to reinforced plastic, I believe. Fiber reinforced plastic, I believe, is the compound, and that's Origin. It's the Origin Takadashi rear over fenders, and then the RPS 13 front fenders. So I'm going from replica to legit. The reason why I'm going legit on these is because I don't want to have to go through the issue of worrying about just totally cracking. So honestly, if Duraflex were to make a plastic reinforced body kit, I'd probably just go with Duraflex and deal with the slightly off fitment. But it's something that since I'm on the other side of the fence now, I can't really say what I would or would not do, just because honestly the pricing on both of those, Origin versus Duraflex, Origin is slightly more expensive, Duraflex is a rep, but because they've built up their name over a while, even though fitment might be a little off, they still are able to charge pretty high prices still. Stay away from JP Fiberglass if you're in the 240 community. He's big on doing fiberglass replica body kits, but like the fitment's almost always off, and he pretty much uses like chicken wire. I've seen a couple wings that are duckbill tail that he did, and that was just, it was atrocious. And the guy regretted it and paid like $180 for that. So I guess he got what he paid for, but honestly, for what he paid for, you would expect to at least get a little bit of quality control. Moving on a little bit. So XXRs, I've never had an experience with the two rear XXRs chipping, stress cracking, anything like that. I haven't put them under an insane amount of stress, but at the same time, people just act like, oh, if you get XXRs, they're just gonna fall apart. And I don't know if it's because I got a good batch, but pretty much all of my wheels have stood the test of time. But I'm moving from fake to real. Actually, we'll pull it up on my phone. This is gonna probably be the one skip in the entire video, if there even is a skip. And if you're hearing this right now, then there isn't a skip. So here are the wheels that I got. Probably a little bit hard to see, but those are the wheels that I got. The fronts are 18 by 9.5 inches, the rears are 18 by 11 inches. There's a little bit of an off-kilter profile of it. I got Toyo Proxies. Here you can see the black chrome slightly better. Ta-da. And then you can really see the width of the rim or the wheel. It's up to you. That's it's pretty wide if you ask me. Then I got Toyo Proxy T4s, or Toyo Proxies 4 series is what I believe it's called. You can see it really looks mean with that Toyo Proxy on there. Those are actually 35 profiles. So in the fronts it is 255 35 ZR 18, and then in the rears it is 295 35 ZR 18. And the reason why I went with those sizes on the tires is because I'm not a fan of stretch. I know my current rear wheel setup has stretch, but I'm not a huge fan of that stretch. And you can even see it here. It's a very square setup. It's like a perfectly straight line moving from the edge of the wheel up the tire to the edge of, or to the top of the tread. So I'm definitely a fan of that. And here you can see a little bit of the side profile. I'm honestly just so excited to have these. And then once again you can see the chrome look of the wheel. And here we go. This is probably the biggest kicker that got me the most excited, and that's exactly how wide those tires look. So like I'll have grip for days. I'll be a happy camper. And one last one. There it is. So I know this has been a really short video for the most part. Ooh, doubling back on that, so I was looking at 2 sets of Motegi lugs. I was split between the limited edition Neo blue chromes and the standard blue chromes. I went with the standard blue chromes, which are the ones that you see here, because it matches the color of the car. And I know I'm repainting the car, but even though I'm repainting the car, it's going to be repainted the same color. It's just gonna have less of a terrible texture to it. So these lugs are going to contrast perfectly with the paint on the brand new wheels. So that has been this video. I would use Mabel to do my little outro bit, but she's currently at his friend's house because I have to go out to the field again. I hope that you guys have a great week. I am going to come at you next weekend with a more in-depth, more full video. And if you like what you see, just drop a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And then if you feel like saying something to me, if you feel like I have everything wrong, I shouldn't be doing stuff through a shop, and I shouldn't have ever gotten fake wheels or replica wheels in the first place, just let me know in the comments. Or if you think that, hey, if it falls in your budget, screw it, just go ahead and do it. Just throw that in the comments as well. So I will see you guys next weekend. Peace.